Don't ask. So what's up guys, it's Duck here, aka Troublesome Junction, and you probably have a lot of questions right now. First question being, where the hell have I been and why haven't I been making videos? Where the hell were you when I was making them puppet videos? Yeah. Where was you at? Where was you at? Yes, I know I'm in a different location, and that's because my house is infested with fucking people. And the second question you guys probably have is, why the fuck am I dressed up like Green Mario? And the reason is, well, one, it's near Halloween, and two, it kind of ties to the theme of the video, so, why the fuck not? So you read the title of the video right. This is the most expensive figure that I have bought today. We're not talking about animatronics, we're not talking about parts or video game consoles and shit. No, we're talking about just pure old action figures. This figure cost me $150. Do I regret it? Not in the slightest. Do I enjoy being a virgin? Come on. Do I look like I'm gonna have a woman in this room? But anyways, this figure was on eBay. Originally, it was in a bid, and you know, me being the fucking virgin that I am, I bid up to, I think, $169, but someone outbid me on it by like $2 or something like that.
I will not lose!
The person who bid didn't pay for it. So then the person who was selling the item contacted me on my Instagram and was like, yo, do you still want to buy this? And I was like, heck yeah, 150 bucks. They said, fuck yes, and bada bing, bada boom, we have a box. So this figure right here is one that I've wanted for such a long time because the company behind it, I am a huge fan of. It's the same company that made this guy, aka the second most expensive figure I own. I paid back in 2018 $125 for this guy. He has the base plate right here too. But yeah, you guys can read the fucking title of the video. I'm probably going to put it in there anyway. It is the Joyride Luigi figure from Luigi's Mansion. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this shit open. Oh! But shout out to Cutie Lavania for selling me this figure. Oh! Ah, look at this. Each part is nicely packaged. Look at this rug, boys. We got the rug. We got the rug, boys. It's about the rug. The rug. Let's go the rug. Okay, here we have the blue twirler. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, this makes me happy. Because when I saw pictures of this, I'll get into this a little later. I thought it was going to be made out of cheap, transparent plastic. You know the kind I'm talking about. Really brittle. But this one has a very rubbery feel to it, so it's definitely not gonna break easily. Alright, where the fuck are his arms? There they are. Accessories and shit, look at this. So here we have the poltergeist right here. I actually did make a replica of this. If you haven't seen it, I posted it on YouTube, so you guys can check that shit out. I made it of the Poltergeist 5000. That one's the Poltergeist 3000. See, we have the hose to the Poltergeist and the blue twirler's arms. Okay, okay. And then we have Lewis. We have me, guys. Oh my god, he's actually a lot bigger than I thought. Oh my god. Looks like he's falling apart at the seam on him. Like, I don't know. He's like kind of splitting down the middle, but I mean, I can always just fix that shit. Oh my god, Lewis is huge. This guy's a huge hunk of plastic. He's taller than Joyride Sonic. I actually was not expecting this. Granted, when I first did get my Joyride Sonic figure, I thought the same thing. But yeah, I guess we're going to I'm probably gonna cut the camera down to, you know, the ground so we can just go over each part, show it up in detail, so you don't have to look at my big stupid Luigi face anymore. But without further ado, let's get into this. So here we are on the floor with Lewis all put together, and you know, it's insanely surreal. You know, as a kid, I would see this thing all the time on YouTube. I remember the first time I saw this, I was in like maybe 3rd or 2nd grade, and someone was doing a collection video, and they showed this Luigi figure. Mind you, I was obsessed with Luigi as a kid. I dressed as him for Halloween like 3 times. I always wrote about Luigi in my papers, and I just wanted to be like Luigi. It was crazy. I had a big Mario obsession as a kid, and I still do to this day, of course. And I saw this guy, and I was like, what is that? And then this time I went into GameStop to go buy Super Mario Bros. Wii. There was a copy of Luigi's Mansion that was used. I look at the picture of the box art, and I see Luigi terrified with these ghosts around him, and I was like, what the fuck is this? What, this isn't the Mario, what the Goombas, the Koopas, what the fuck are ghosts have to do with this? So, I go home, I look it up on YouTube, and I just see Let's Plays of it, clips of it, and oh my god, this game has captured my love ever since then. Luigi's Mansion is like one of my favorite IPs, along with Earthbound, Pikmin, Sonic, Banjo, Mega Man, the list, you know. But this figure, he's a lot bigger than I expected too. In the same vein as my Joyride Studio Sonic over here, he's actually taller than him, which is just weird to me. The blue twirler at the front looks great, like absolutely great. For those of you who don't know, this figure was based off of this image right here, like 1-to-1. The blue twirler at the front, as I said, it is made of a very rubbery, transparent plastic, but it's still not something I'd recommend you bend around and stuff, because it's definitely very solid. I'm not sure the exact type, but I can confirm, because no one else has confirmed this. This is not the cheap, transparent plastic that you have to worry about being brittle and snapping easily. This thing definitely is something that it's a solid build and a solid piece. Now, one thing I will complain about, the blue twirler's teeth at the front do not stand out at all. It is kind of, you know, a bit weird because they should have a little bit of pronunciation. And it's still crazy, too, that Luigi's Mansion is like there's only 3 ghosts, not counting the Boos and King Boo. Like, in terms of just the ghosts that you capture, there's only the blue twirler, the greenie that comes on one of the statues, and Polterpup. There really isn't any ghost merchandise for Luigi's Mansion. And for the first game especially, which is my favorite of the trilogy, it is so disappointing that this is the only ghost figure there is. Luckily, Blue Twirler is my favorite of the ghosts, so it's still a very nice piece nonetheless. I love the fact that they even got his transparent heart on the inside. I mean, it is a bit noticeable in terms of you see all of the joints, the seam marks and stuff, but that's what you get when you work with transparent plastic. It's not going to be perfect, so it is understandable, and how they managed to go about it was great. And I love the fact that they use this little tail down here as a means of supporting this thing up. So it's also in the artwork too, so I think it just works all around in this thing's favor. These toys are not meant to be played with, Joyride stuff. They're usually those things that you buy and you just display them because Luigi, yes, he has articulation points here and here, but you can't rotate the wrists. So this is pretty much a useless Luigi figure, in all honesty. But Luigi looks great. He's literally a 1-to-1 of Luigi, and that's something that I love the most. He looks exactly like how he does in the GameCube game. The Poltergust 3000 even captures the bumps of Luigi being, you know, catching ghosts and stuff. I think that is just so dope. The wheels on the sides move. That is so dope. Like, I mean, it's kind of useless because you don't really see the Poltergust ever doing anything with the wheels unless you're playing the Hidden Mansion PAL version when you're fighting Boolossus, but that's like the only time that the wheels are ever utilized. Still, though, very nice little touch. The Poltergust is actually removable, too, as you saw when I was unboxing it. You can take the straps off in, like, a backpack on Luigi, so that's nice. The face on Luigi is just spot on and perfect to the game in that era. This is, like, just a weird little time capsule of this era of Luigi, and I love it so much, because I do love the way that Luigi looks in Luigi's Mansion. So it's always nice that there is at least some representation out there of this era. The legs do have articulation down here. It's very limited though. They're just the little V-cuts down here that can move forward and back. I honestly kind of don't know why they even bothered adding articulation, seeing as it's basically useless. I think they should have just focused on making a nice statue figure, but I guess there was some kid out there who still got a kick out of doing that. The L on his hat is very pronounced. I do love the fact that the shape of the hat captures how Luigi's hat, for some reason in Luigi's Mansion, Luigi's hat is just so fucking big, and it's just so weird to look at, but even the detail down here of the little dots on his overalls, it's all there. Like, this looks like a one-to-one replica of it. And down on the carpet, too, like, this is such a clever way to make a display stand for it. Got the Luigi's Mansion logo there. And then, of course, the carpet representing the carpet from the mansion. This is just such a nice little piece to have in my collection. Especially as someone who avidly loves this franchise. It's just so surreal that I'm actually holding this in my hands. $150 easily well spent. Now we're going to be doing some comparisons. We've already done one of the Joyride Sonic. Why don't we do the Sine Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon plush? I purchased this back in 2019, 2018, something like that. And boy, oh boy, it was a very worthwhile thing, because these things are actually now pretty rare. So, yeah, he's actually in, like, you know, similar sizes with the torso, from the butt to the hat area. He is still very decently sized next to him, so displaying these together doesn't look awkward of having one too big, one too small. Alright, now let's get something from the opposite end, but once again from Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, or Luigi's Mansion 2, if you're, you know, not in the US and you actually have common sense, not to name it anything but the sequential order. So, this is a statue. I actually did a review on this years and years ago. So, it is very tiny. This is the Metacom Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon statue. Still such a great piece. One of my favorite fucking things, like, I own. Very tiny compared to this Luigi, if you couldn't tell. But I think these two just go hand in hand, since they're both statues that capture what game they're from. Now I feel legally obligated now to buy the Force 4 figure statue from Luigi's Mansion 3, just so I can have a statue or a piece from each of the games. Fuck it, why not? I already spent $150. What's another goddamn $500? So that's that piece. And now this one's just going to be a comparison of just another rare figure that I own. It is the Resource E102 Gamma. People get pissed at me when I say this, but I only spent like $55 on this thing. This thing's worth hundreds of dollars now. And they're actually right around the same height zone. I'd say this is more the height of the Joyride Studios Sonic. Just giving general comparisons of figures from that time, or just relevant, I guess. So, yeah, those are the comparisons. Still a very nice piece. If I were to give this a final rating, I would probably say a 9.5 out of 10. I do wish that maybe he had some swivels in the hand so you could do a little bit more. Or maybe the blue twirler were to have some actual teeth, and then maybe just a little bit of articulation on him if that was possible or something. I also do wish that this bottom part was removable so you could just have the blue twirler figure. Maybe it could like pop off or something like that, but that's just a minor nitpick, I guess. I just think that this is a great piece. If you see it for a good price, I'd highly recommend it. Do I think it's worth like $300, the asking price that people are asking for? Hell no. But I do think like $100, maybe $150 at most is a very reasonable price for this guy. So that's all I gotta say for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Happy Halloween, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.